Well, nah, 6 and forever. Rock a block, Rockefeller.
I'm feeling it. Feel the glass, you can tell the moon. Feeling it. Feel the legs pushing up on the sand. Feeling it. Feel the high that you get from the line. Feeling it. If you feel it, raise your hand in the sky.
I know you feel it.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Asia Diamond, and you are tuned in to Take Diamond, my show. And today I am here with King Pop. So on my way over here, I read over his bio again. I was like, what are we going to talk about? And I can't just talk about one thing because he does everything. So before I get into that, I'm going to let him introduce himself to you. So let everybody know who you are. They know you're King Pop, but who you are as King Pop.
Oh, man. I'm William Floyd. King Pop is, my persona, my artist name. I'm a creator. I'm just a, overall just, designer, creative person or whatever. I like to bring life to anything that I put my hands on. So, yeah.
So where are you from originally? Because you got a little twang going on. So where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Goldsboro, North Carolina. So, I stayed there till I was like 12, 13 years old, and I moved here. So I've been here for over, I don't know what, I don't want to tell my age, but I've been here for a while. Okay. Yeah.
So I read your bio, and one thing when I first remember seeing you, because I believe you had an event, right? And you are an artist. What kind of music do you do?
Well, actually, I don't do music. I'm a visual artist. Okay. So like I basically do anything from creative direct photo shoots, video shoots, illustrate, fine art, graphic design. So anything visual, I kind of like to touch or whatever, put my hands on.
See, y'all, I read it wrong, but you hear the name King Pop, you think music, and he don't even do music, but it just flows. Like, I love it. So what have you been doing lately within your visuals?
Man, within my visuals, actually over the last 2 or 3 years, I kind of had to like slow down with like just putting out material and doing different art shows. I kind of like went through a rebranding period where, a lot of times people just think of branding as just like a logo or whatever, but, I kind of like go a little bit further into it, with just the overall like communication of your entire brand and how the message is being delivered to different people. So, over the last 2 or 3 years, I kind of been more so focusing on that. And then now, like up until today, like I'm working more on like illustration designs. I got some really cool projects coming up with like some potato chip bags and different things like that. But most recently, I released a coloring book. It's basically inspired by a lot of the different iconic figures that I've been, either like working with or actually, just been inspired by, and I wanted to kind of like capture them in my particular style of art and kind of like, let people get more familiar with my style and just like, being able to basically, illustrate, basically anybody, my way, and then people like really like get to know it just based off, that simple fact that it's my signature like lines, like very, simple, contour lines or whatever. So that's kind of, where I am right now.
So you mentioned branding. I read in your bio, so I'm going to ask you 2 questions. First, how did you get into branding? And then I'll ask you my second question.
Okay. Man, you know what? It's crazy because, like, as far as, like, me getting into it, indirectly, it was a thing where I've always been, like, someone who promoted themselves, and basically I've always been like the type of person that I like to read different things, whether it's marketing, business, things of that nature or whatever. And, I think, matter of fact, I went to a book signing for Russell Simmons or whatever. I think it was Think Rich or something like that or whatever. And I had someone who actually was like, that's not branding. Like, just your logo is not branding or whatever. And I just was just thinking like, okay, let me like read a little bit more about it or whatever. And then ever since then, I kind of like really like started like basically like, communicating my brand, completely different or whatever, and like wanting to work with other people to get them to understand that, your brand goes so much further than the physical presence of it. You know what I mean? And it goes, like when you're not there, like what do people think about your brand? Like what do you leave behind? Whether it's something small as, a hat or something as big as some advertising campaign that has a specific motto that speaks or personifies, a certain look or whatever. So like that's all about the branding and the messaging behind your brand. So.
And I believe that I read, because I already thought you was an artist, because you do so much. So that's not my fault, y'all. See what I'm saying?
Don't count me out.
He does it all, and I love it. So I believe that I saw that one of the people that you did do branding for was Waffle House.
Yeah.
And I love their waffles. So what are to let us know more people that you had branded for and worked for? Like, oh my God, like Waffle House, just like beep beep. Like I love it.
All right, that's crazy though, right? Like, I mean, cause I never would have imagined, even though like growing up, like I've always like I had this thing where, I knew that I would be like going around showing my portfolio or I didn't know that it was a portfolio at the time because I was like mad young or whatever, but I knew that I would be basically showcasing my work, my artistic expressions or whatever. But, as far as like people that I've, dealt with or done branding with or anything as far as creative wise, I've done stuff with big brands, a lot of smaller independent brands, but like Waffle House, Mitsubishi Electric, Procter and Gamble, Hugo Boss, just a ton of different brands. And I mean, like the campaigns or the type of work that I've done has ranged from doing like advertising campaigns, doing in-store displays as far as like pop-up, show displays, rebranded the Waffle House website, did some of their interactive things as far as like how when you go into Waffle Houses, they have like different, menus and different things that actually like, pop up on the different screens and stuff like that. I mean, I've done a lot of really cool things. I mean, the biggest thing that I would say that I've done as a designer was the Mitsubishi logo. Well, it was kind of like an icon that I put on one of their remotes or whatever. So I actually like designed one of those buttons. So that's like something that's going to be used for a very long time. So that was pretty cool. And that design actually I did it here in the U.S. They actually sent it to Japan to get approved and then sit back over here. So like that was like, it's a very small thing, but it's something that's like major, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's tapping into industrial design, which, getting into it, I had no idea or no clue that I would actually break into something like that. But it's very exciting to use my artistic, ability to kind of like break down some barriers or whatever for me.
That is amazing. Oh my God. Like the fact that nothing against Waffle House, because I love Waffle House, but the fact that you can go from Waffle House to designing for a car, I just think that is just like so amazing. So
it's actually the Mitsubishi HVAC is more, they do heating and cooling. So they have like, I don't know if you've seen like these heating or cooling units that basically you don't have to have like the condenser outside with the thing that makes a loud, crazy noise. Like they have like, something that you can basically put right in here and have like a line like that runs basically from the actual evaporator coil on the inside to something that's going on the outside. Like it's basically like a water line or whatever. So I actually like developed some stuff for them. So yeah.
Y'all hear this? Yeah. Yes, I love it. So of course y'all are probably like, so they sitting there, they chatting or whatever. But let's talk about this picture behind us. There's two pictures that I want to talk about, right? Yeah. Wait, I'm still stuck on a Waffle House. So can I get a discount? You still cool with Waffle House?
Man, you know what, man? It's crazy, man, because they don't really be, like I ain't even gonna lie. Like I've learned so much, like not even just from artistic point, but just from a business perspective on how to like kind of like protect yourself as far as like being able to get like royalties or being able to like recoup some money, not only from the front end, but from the back end as far as like some of the stuff that you're doing. So a lot of the people early on that I work with, I didn't necessarily like know, I didn't not protect myself, because obviously anything that you create in its original state or whatever, by like nature, you actually own the rights to it unless you sign the rights over or whatever. But, you know, a lot of things like I haven't even like gone back to see like, oh, okay, do they owe me some money? You know what I mean? That type of thing or whatever. But, you know, that's just, you know, some things that I've learned over the years.
I'm still in awe. Like, you have no idea. But we're not going to keep talking about that. We'll talk about it off camera, though. So let's talk about this picture. Yeah. Please let my viewers know.
Oh, man. It's funny, man. Tupac, very influential as far as hip-hop culture, you know, as far as just I guess, pop culture in general. But to me, it's very, like, besides just the art, him as a person, like, because mostly everybody that I paint, I have some type of connection with, indirectly or directly. But him as a creator, he was very prolific in the way that he developed his work or whatever. Like, he like created so much work or whatever, and it's like something that basically is gonna be here like for a very long time. People are still gonna be mentioning his name and mentioning like things that he's done or whatever. So, you know, he influenced me with his work ethic. So like, it's funny, like, I didn't pick like an artist. Like, I have other artists that, you know, visual artists that have influenced me, but for some reason, like, you know, I kind of like looked at his work and I'm like, yo, if I'm able to, you know, my work doesn't necessarily have to quote unquote be the best work, you know, in the world or whatever, as long as I'm able to like develop and create work at a rate that my work exceeds my current presence here on earth, like, that's really what I'm going for, you know, with my art, opposed to just like, oh, I want to just wow everybody with each individual piece that I make, because art is one of those things that is objective anyway, and people are going to be, you know, they're going to have their opinion about it, whether it's like something that you took a year to create or something that you may have took, you know, 2 or 3 weeks to create. They're still going to have their opinion, and it's going to get some type of, hopefully it gets some type of mood, you know, it creates some type of mood or some type of, you know, action from them, you know what I mean, as far as just what you do. So this particular piece, it's a mixed media piece. I used, it's funny because this was my first time using pastels. So this piece, I use pastel, I use spray paint, I use, I think I use color pencil, I use acrylic paint, and I use a little bit of oil. So it's a mixed media piece. So yeah. But I did this fairly quick, and this was like my first time actually. I've used pastels, but I haven't like used pastels in the entire piece. Like, majority of it is pastels. So yeah.
All right, so you mentioned that you had a coloring book, right? You have one, or you're putting one out?
I just released a coloring book about a week ago. Well, not even a week ago. It was about a month ago. We've done 3 shows. We've done the first show we did was Beyond the Lines over at Studio Number 7, and it basically, like, when I came up with the coloring book, it was like one of those things where, you know how it is, like you have like, you have, thanks, yeah, that's the coloring book right there. Yeah, you have things that you want to like do, you want to like basically like, you know, get out like in a way that nobody else has done, or at least I haven't seen anybody do this. So the whole concept was to take iconic, you know, illustrations of like just different people from sports, hip hop, visual artists, actors, just different entertainers in general or whatever, and document it in such a way that I can actually display it in a life-size presentation, which I took images out of this particular coloring book, and I basically blew certain images up or whatever, so I can actually have a show. So basically, these two pieces were two of the pieces that we used at the Atlanta show. And, you know, they're just illustrations that I took out of my book that I allow other, like, you know, people to come and basically be an artist for a night. You know what I mean? Like, they can color. Everybody at some point has colored in a coloring book or whatever. You know, whether they enjoyed it or not, like, you know, they've done it before. So that within itself, I feel like is pop culture. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, like, anything that is consumed by mass media is, you know, it's pop culture. A lot of people like get like so big on the actual icons or whatever that they forget that pop culture that has nothing to do with, you know, just, you know, popular music or popular, you know, entertainers. It's like anything that's consumed by mass media or whatever. And, you know, that was kind of like my play on pop culture in itself or whatever, like just kind of like taking the iconic figures along with the coloring book and actually, you know, present it.
All right, so y'all gotta find, where can they purchase the book? Can they purchase it? Where can they find it? Or where can they find it?
Me and Martell, we are developing this really cool concept where we actually are gonna start working with some of the local and non-local bookstores. So we're gonna like actually like, you know, put together some book signings and actually like have different locations here in Atlanta. I just got back from Miami with Art Basel. We're gonna have some locations in there and probably New York and LA. And just basically like have like do like book signings or whatever, so people can actually like come and basically, you know, purchase the book. You know, I'll sign it, you know what I mean, my signature on there. You know, we might even like blow up a couple of pieces so we can have a coloring session, see who can do the, you know, the best color, you know, page or whatever. Cool. Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna flip through this real quick, y'all. I'm just gonna show y'all, my bad, I'm gonna show y'all like 2 or 3 pages, okay?
That's Tupac. So that's that piece.
That's this picture.
Yeah, I just simplified it.
My bad, y'all. Two.
This is Scotty ATL. He actually just recently signed to B.O.B.'s label, No Genre. B.O.B. was signed to T.I., Grand Hustle. And then this is Little Bootsy. You know what I mean? Little Bootsy.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah,
This is like
wipe me down.
Wipe
me down.
And one more page. This is so cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, let me try to see if I can guess this. This Wiz Khalifa.
Oh no, that's not. It looked like him though, with that hair like that.
Okay, who's that?
That's Curtis Williams. He's signed to Mike Will. Mike Will produces a lot of records for Future, but he's a part of a group called 2-9.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's Chris Brown. Chris Brown.
Hey, Breezy.
Breezy.
Damn, Breezy in the building. So yes, y'all have to make sure y'all follow King Pop, but we'll get to all of that following information so y'all can keep up with the book, the coloring book. Like, this is so cool. Like, I've never seen this before, and I love coloring books. My mom loves coloring books, so I have to find it myself. Maybe I'll take this one so I ain't gotta go look for it. See? All right, so is there anything else that you want to touch on that we have not covered?
Oh man, you know, besides, I mean, I think we've covered a lot of different things. You know, we actually have a radio show. It's called the Awake Report. We do that every Sunday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Highly Unique Radio. You can just go to highlyuniqueradio.com, or if you have the TuneIn app, you can download the TuneIn app and just search Highly Unique Radio. Every Sunday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., you know, we are live. We have a lot of different independent brands, from artists to local business owners. We have people that call in from, you know, around the world, you know, basically like, you know, promoting and marketing their music or, you know, whatever they're actually working on at the present moment. And then we do a showcase, the independent showcase at Opera Nightclub twice, sometimes 3 times a month. You know, basically another platform for independent artists to kind of like, you know, basically get their music out there, build a fan base, you know, just basically like really trying to like help, you know, other people, you know, because we have a platform. So it only makes sense for us to kind of like, pull some people along and just like make what we're doing a lot stronger. So, and then, if y'all want to come by the gallery, stop by the studio.
Let them know where they can find
You know what I mean? Royal Flush Studios is located basically in the heart of West End. It's not so scary. You know what I mean? I know some people cringe when they come over here, but it's the Metropolitan is definitely like a close knit. It's like a utopia in a sense. There's a lot of like major Hollywood studios that are moving in. The biggest prop house is located over here. That's in the southeast for movies. There's a lot of music studios over here, from Rocco to 2 Chainz to TIG. It's a lot of different people that just come out here and do what they do. So that address is 675 Metropolitan Parkway, Suite 2059. And we in ATL, so I ain't got to say that, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And let our viewers know where they can find King Pop. All your social media, let them know where they can find you.
Man, I'm gonna keep it short because I got a lot of social medias. I'm trying to figure out how to combine all of those, and because I can't possibly manage all of those.
The Facebook, Twitter, and the Instagram.
All right, so the Facebook is you can find me is William King Pop Floyd. That's my full government name or whatever. My middle name is not King Pop, but we gonna go with that right now. You know what I mean? And as far as my Twitter and my Instagram are basically the same thing. It's King Pop Design. No funny spellings. No S at the end of design. Just King Pop Design. Okay. So. Yeah, that's basically it. And then if you want to visit me on the web, it's royalflushstudios.com, or my clothing line is popcultureclothing.com.
Clothing, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we going to talk about the clothing line.
Yeah.
But y'all going to have to tune in. And y'all know where the interview's going to be at.
Right.
So y'all got to watch it. So, clothing design, see what I'm saying, y'all? I'm not got to keep up. So there you have it with King Pop and Asian Diamond. Wait. Oh my God, I forgot. So this is Take Diamond, right?
Take Diamond.
So if there is one picture, being that you do art, or one design that's been out, which design would you take and redo or remake?
Man.
Oh, don't you love that question?
That's a good one. Because I've done over at least 2,000 or 3,000 different paintings.
It doesn't have to be yours. It can be someone else.
Are you just saying in general?
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be anybody's. It could be yours. It could be anybody's.
Man.
One that you would want to take and redo.
You know what? This is an easy one.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking about it. I think the Mona Lisa painting, it's a very iconic painting. I don't know why it's a very iconic painting, other than if you move anywhere in the room. I haven't visited the Louvre yet, but that's something that's one of my to-dos. I will do that very soon. That's one of the paintings that I would redo. Like, I definitely would redo that one. It's cool now, but I don't know why it's so iconic, other than like you saying, like I was saying, you move to the right or left and she is staring dead at you. So, yeah.
So now, being that of course it's Take Diamond, I challenge you to redo it. Okay? So I give you a year. I give you a year because you got a lot going on, from McDonald's, Wendy's, Waffle House. So I challenge you to do it. Okay? Remember that. Y'all remember that I said I challenged him to do it? Yes, do it. All right. I'm telling you, trust me, do it, please. Okay? All right, y'all. And there you have it again with King Pop and Asia Diamond. Mwah.